software.intel.com/html5 website. So the reason Intel is interested in HTML5 is we want to address the needs of developers who are wanting to target applications cross-platform, and that includes iOS, Android, Windows, and multiple platforms. So you can write once in HTML5 and target multiple platforms. So we have a development kit available in here. This is an example of what the kit looks like. So you notice in here that you can edit code would be HTML5 code, and then once you have, then you can bring this into the emulator, and it allows you to simulate what it would look like in your device, and also this plugs into the part of our API, which is the PhoneGap API, which gives you geolocation and sensor access that you normally wouldn't be able to do with HTML5. Eventually you'll be able to do all the sensor access, we believe, and if you in a little bit of time with HTML5, but currently you need to take advantage of PhoneGap. So we've integrated the whole ecosystem into the development environment, so it makes it easy for you to create your application and then submit it into the store. You can also test it locally on the Wi-Fi network that you have, and then when you're ready, you can submit it only to the app tester, test it on your device, and then also submit it to the App Store.
Hi, I'm Alexis, and we are going to see here the apporting, the Intel HTML5 apported tool beta. This tool is a source-to-source compiler that helps developers port iOS application into HTML5. This is not a complete tool that will guarantee you 100% of porting process, but it will help you. We're going to show a small sample here. This is very simple. You just provide the Xcode project with your code as the input. Click next. Say that you're going to override. And in this first step, you choose which files do you want to translate. For example, if you have some third-party libraries like JSON or XML processing, you can avoid translating that because you have support for that native in HTML5. In this sample, we want to translate everything. What the tool is doing now is analyzing your source code, so it can provide you with a preview about how well it's going to be able to port your application. It also translates, it not only translates Objective-C into JavaScript, but it also translates EXIF layout files into HTML markup plus CSS. We don't support storyboards for now, but we plan to do that. And here what you can see is the analysis, the result of the analysis, where you have the interface or classes in your code and the estimated coverage for the API. For this simple application, we can translate everything, so we just click next. And now what it's doing is doing the actual translation process, generating the JavaScript and a couple of files, more files like Visual Studio, project files, copying the results and that kind of thing. And what we are going to have in the output, it's a Visual Studio project file and the HTML, the translated HTML code. The code that we generate is cross-platform, so you can check the code and package that with PhoneGap or something else and try that code in other platforms. We can open the application in Visual Studio. Here.
It works on what, only on Windows 8 or Windows 7 too?
The tool works in Windows 7 or Windows 8, but Visual Studio 2012 works only in Windows 8. So if you want to use Visual Studio, you will need Windows 8. Anyway, as we can see here, the generated code is very clean. We keep comments, for example, and even a space between statement and that kind of things, because we expect that for more complex applications you will have some gaps and you will have to fill the gaps. So it's very important for us to keep a clean code in the output that you can read and maintain. In this case, because the tool was able to translate everything, we just click play and the tool and the app works. Translate. And that is the output working. And as you can see, it's the same layout than the original iPhone application. If you want to change that, the tool generates the CSS code and the HTML code where you can change the markup and the layout and that kind of thing. So this is more or less how it works. In the case that we cannot translate some APIs, the tool will generate to-do files, JavaScript files, where you can go and fill the gap.
Okay.
That's it.